Listen, the way my period pains are beating my ass right now, but we're just gonna power through. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's C and I'm back with another video, and today we are going to be talking about my my mentoring program that I've created. I wanted to go into a lot more detail about it, explain to you guys what it is, why I created it, who it's for, kind of talk you through the process a little bit. Obviously if you guys want a more in-depth video on that, I can talk you more through that, and yeah, just kind of get it out there and make you guys aware of it. We know I like to ramble on a bit. I'm gonna try and just stick to the points. I've written them down so like I don't forget, but you know, one story can lead on to another, which could lead on to another, and that is my life. So I'm not gonna promise, but I'm going to try, and that's all I can do. So as I've said previously, this video is about Young Achievers and Unlocked, which is my mentoring program which I created and got funded to run by the National Lottery. So yeah, I'm just going to get on, answer some of the questions that I think you guys would mostly want to know, but also the things that I kind of want you guys to know. And as always, if you guys have any further questions or anything, then just please put it in the description box and I'll get back to you on that. Cool. You see me looking down, it's just because I've written some stuff on my laptop, so I'll just be looking at that and like reading off of it, just to keep me on track, because honestly editing these videos sometimes is like, because I just talk so much and I say so much stuff that doesn't need to be in a video, but because I've said it anyway, I'm doing it again. So let's get into the video. What are Young Achievers and Unlocked? So Young Achievers and Unlocked is my mentoring program that I created for the CSHEN project. So Young Achievers is a mentoring program which lasts 7 weeks, and it focuses around personal development, life skills, and looking at your past and things that have happened in your past and how we're going to turn it on its head, learn the lesson from that situation, and yeah, progress in the future. Got the book, so I will show you a little bit later on in this video or in the next part what it is based around. But it is a mentoring program, 7 weeks, based around personal development, life skills, and looking at kind of your traumatic background, but not doing therapy as such, but I'll get into that a little bit more, but just looking back at it so that we can move forward. I'm not a therapist, even though I am really toying with the idea of going to uni and becoming a therapist. Like, it's flirting with me. The idea is proper flirting with me right now. I would be an amazing therapist. I just don't know how I'd go through the uni part. So yeah, that's another story for another day. Anyway, so that is what Young Achievers is. So Young Achievers is specifically for disadvantaged, at-risk, care leavers, looked after children, neurodiverse children, children who are at risk of entering the criminal justice system, and children with behavioural needs or like sort of violent interventions. Specifically kind of for those kids, even though it is a course that could be rolled out to like any kid, and I feel like it would be so beneficial to young people in general, and obviously the plan in the future is to like get it more out there, but for now I focus on this group of people just because I feel like they're the ones that need it the most. And yeah, it will be open to everyone very soon, but for now it's just open to those groups of people. Young Achievers and Unlocked are 2 focused mentoring programs designed to empower young people and individuals who face specific challenges in life. So Young Achievers is aimed at at-risk young people, care leavers, looked after children, neurodiverse individuals. It's designed to help them unlock their potential, set goals, and build resilience. And then Unlocked, on the other hand, is a tailored program for offenders and ex-offenders, guiding them towards rehabilitation, reintegration into society, and personal reform. Just going to get into a little bit about what mentoring is, so that you guys understand, because there's all these like titles and mentoring, coaching, therapy, this, that, and other. So I just want to make it clear exactly what it is and what it sets out to do. So mentoring is a supportive and non-judgmental relationship between the mentor and the person, so the mentee. Mentor is normally someone older, a little bit more experienced in the areas that they are working with the young people. So you can have mentors that work specifically with people in gangs, and you can have mentors that work specifically with people with who have grown up in abuse, let's say. And usually the mentors are going to be people who have grown up in that environment, or, you know, have experienced that environment in some sort of way and kind of have more experience and can coach that young person through the journey. And then you've got your mentee, which is the young person who you will be working with and helping. Mentoring is about providing guidance, encouragement and accountability to help the mentee overcome obstacles and achieve their goals, grow personally and professionally. And mentoring is specifically important in young people and those facing adversities because it creates a safe space for self-reflection, learning and growth, while offering the support to navigate life's challenges. So that is just a little like kind of overview about what mentoring is, so that you guys understand exactly what it is that I offer. And I've chose to do it in this way because being a mentor, you don't need any qualifications. But what I found, and I'll get into it a little bit more in the next point, is you can still, yes, you can go to uni and you can become a therapist and you can do all that, but sometimes that personal passion, that personal connection and that lived experience is what gets through to young people way more than a therapist who has just gone to uni and has learned about how to overcome these issues but actually hasn't actually lived it or been around it, or it's not their culture, do you know what I mean? So I say all that to say, I think, you know, there are benefits to therapy. I think there are also real benefits to mentoring. I feel like when you say the word mentoring, that young person doesn't feel so scared, they don't feel so compelled, they don't feel so like, oh my god, something's wrong with me, I need therapy. Like, no, it's mentoring, it's different, do you know what I mean? And even though we might talk about the same sort of topics that you might talk about in therapy, we're doing it in a different way. The goal of talking about these subjects and situations is completely different to therapy, and it's a safe space. It's a safe space in the fact that in the sense that there's no judgment, and there's no judgment in therapy. But I feel like especially when you're young, you put the word therapy in front of something and that young person just thinks, I ain't got no problems, I don't need no therapy. That's how I was when I was younger. I ain't got no problems, I don't need no therapy, I don't need nothing. And now I'm older, I'm like, give me therapy. Do you know what I mean? So when you're that age, hearing therapy, and I've dealt with it, like some of my young kids, you say the word therapy to them and they're not interested, do you know what I mean? They don't feel like they've got anything wrong with them, or they don't have anything to address. Now if you said mentoring or one-to-one work, they'd look at it completely differently and they'd engage. So that's what I found, that's why I wanted to go down this route, because anyway, I'll get into that in the next part. Why did I create the Young Achievers and Unlock mentoring courses? So the reason the real reason I actually created Young Achievers and Unlocked is because, okay, cool. So this video will probably be out by now, but it was kind of telling you guys a little bit of backstory about like how I came to be doing this work that I do, how I came to start my business. You guys will know, if you've watched that, you guys will know I was a prison officer. I've worked in probation, I've worked with young people with substance misuse. I've done a lot of work with the type of young people that I work with. And to cut a long story short for you guys who haven't even watched that video, when I was a prison officer, I was promoted to the head key worker on my wing, which basically, being a key worker is kind of like, it's mentoring in a way. You help the prisoners with, you know, you can sit there and talk to them about their life, if they're having family problems, girlfriend problems, whatever, kids, whatever, yeah. If they needed their PIN phone sorted, you help them with their PIN phone. If they had a letter they needed help sending out, you help them with that, do you know what I mean? You're kind of just their one-to-one officer. They get that one-to-one time with you for a bit where your time is all for them and they can get their stuff sorted, yeah? So cool, I was promoted the head key worker. I then, in my own time, made my own little sort of, and it's just how I work. As a dyslexic person, recently finding out an ADHD person, I've always done this. Like, I've always made little, like, lists and workbooks and stuff for myself. So it's just something I'm used to. So when it comes into a work environment, I just go straight into that and start making these things to make my life easier. It's not even for any other reason other than to make my life easier. Cool. So head key worker, on my wing, made these sort of like little mentoring books that I would work through with my mentees. So we covered stuff about life, if they had any like check-ins. So check-in, how are you since our last session? This is what we're supposed to work on last session. Have we done it? Where are we? Is there anything you want to speak to me about? Is there any urgent issues we need to deal with now? Is there anything I can deal with in our next meeting? You know, just kind of stuff like that. Anyway, it worked really well. Got real good results from the guys that I was working with, and said to myself, oh, you've got something here. Because when you've got big men who are locked away and they're being told by a 20-year-old girl, you need to go back behind your door, you need to do this, you need to do that, right? That would piss me off if I was in their situation, number one. Number two, a lot of them, when you're in that prison uniform, they don't see that you're, you know, a normal person. They see you as a fed, and they don't like you. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously it's not all of them. Like, there was loads of them in there who I had cool relationships with, but there was one who I knew didn't care how cool I was, didn't care how much I wanted to help. You are in that uniform. And even those guys I got through to, and by the end, you know what I mean, I got people into jobs, I got people into open university, people who weren't getting out of their bed and didn't give a fuck about anything, right? Bearing in mind, I got people jobs, open university, training. People's behaviour was changing a little bit. People felt more relieved. They were looking forward to our sessions because they knew it was just a place for them to, like, just relieve the stress, speak about it, you know, and just, yeah. And it was giving therapy vibes. It was giving I was an unqualified therapist, but it felt good to me. It felt good to them. They were giving me good feedback. You could see the behaviour changes in them. You could see the, you know, just the change in how their behaviour was, and the initiatives now, because some of them are in university, work, training, so they wanted to keep their, do you know what I mean? And don't get twisted, this didn't work for everyone. As much as I'm telling you about the positives, there was also negatives. There was also people who didn't want to work with me, didn't care. All they cared about was, Miss, can you sort out my canteen? Miss, can you sort out my pin phone? Miss, can you, do you know what I mean? And the things that are just going to make their day-to-day easier, which is, if that's what they wanted help with, that's what they wanted help with. But I always like to focus on the positives, because the positives is what made me turn into who I am today. So yeah, that was like kind of the first, that was where the idea for the CSHEN project was bred from. And then left that job, went to my other job, became the young person specialist in my job, made a whole mentoring program. Again, that was a 6-week mentoring program. We'd have my clients come in every week and we'd go through session 1, session 2, session 3, and it worked a treat. Again, it was a perfect way to, like, introduce myself to the clients. They felt like, you know, our sessions were structured. I always came in and knew what I was speaking about. You know, we always understood where we was and what was going on, and it worked well for me. Yeah, so just by, like I said in the beginning, doing these little workbooks and stuff that I just did for myself because I knew that it helped me, turned out to be the thing that kind of kick-started this whole business and everything that I'm doing, without me even knowing, because I was just doing these things just because that's what I do, and not because, oh, I want to make this, da, 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 da. It was just, no, I need something structured to follow. Otherwise we will be in these meetings and it won't be effective or progressive, because I know I like to chat, and I know I like to go off the ropes. Do you know what I mean? So if I have something in front of me where I've got certain things that I've got to tick off and fill in and it will keep me on track. But it turned out to be the best thing ever. And then when I started the CSHEN project, so after the prison job, probation kind of messed in with that, the same sort of thing. And then the young people specialist, working with the young people that are coming out of prison or at risk of going into prison who are on drugs and alcohol. Whew, that was a mouthful. Yeah, when I started my business, the first kind of thing that was in my head was I need to create a mentoring scheme. I kind of knew already kind of what I wanted to do it around, because the whole CSHEN project, our whole thing is around personal development, life skills and rehabilitation. So that was going to be the basis of the mentoring. And then I've just broken it up. So for the young people I'm going to work with who have not been to prison, have no prison involvement, are not an offender or ex-offender, they would do young achievers. For my under 18s, they would do the under 18s version, which takes out things like family and parenting and stuff like that, because I'm not trying to push that agenda on anyone who's under 18. If I come across an under 18 who has a child, then they would just be using the over 18 workbook. But I don't want to be pushing or normalizing, you know, oh, well, let's think about pregnancy at 16, 17. No. Yeah, no. So yeah, so we've got an under 18s version, we've got a over 18s version, that's of young achievers, and then we've got unlocked, which is it's just one standard version. In the second part I will get into the nitty-gritty of that, but I just wanted to, yeah, go into a bit more detail about what it is and why I created it. Okay, and my last thing to speak about is what is the plans going forward. Now this is the exciting part, because I'm literally just waiting to find a grant that I can do, that I can put in, and boom, get the ball rolling. So I've created a course called, well, Evolve is actually another course on the CSHEN books, but I think I'm going to change the name of it, because I want to use the name Evolve for this next thing that I'm going to talk about. So obviously there's the mentoring is young achievers, but I also want to train up young people to be mentors and then do mentoring and pay them for it. So I am waiting to find a grant to put in for my youth mentoring training program, where I will be training youths about how to be mentors. I'm still just, it's me. I'm still waiting to finish my qualification for training educator, which I need to get going. And next week when I get paid, I'm just gonna literally book some office time and just sit and bang it out, because honestly I can do it. I literally do this on a day-to-day. I'm taking long to do the exam and all that kind of stuff, and some of the coursework. But yeah, once I've got that done, then I can put my thing in. Then I can actually be like a trainer to young people and train them up to be CS mentors, and then pay them for the mentor sessions that they do, and then I can roll it out and more young people can be mentored, and then you get the gist. Yeah, so the plan is to be going into prisons, probations with unlocked. The plan is to be going into PRUs and care homes with young achievers, and then obviously I'm going to be offering it to the community as well. So if Sally from Pink Broom Estate, I don't know, it's just the thing that was in the corner, Pink Broom Estate, has a young person with behavioural problems and really needs some help and intervention and wants to try mentoring, then she can book for her child to have mentoring. Do you know what I mean? So I want it to be open to the community as well, but I want it to be I'm going to have set mentors in set places where they just work from there. So the plan is coming. Yeah, I'm working on it. Like I said, I just need to get my qualification. Once I get my qualification, then I can go and do bigger things. and train them up to actually do it to a good standard. So yeah, that's all what's in the plans. But for right now, for the first year, it's just going to be me. So once because you guys all know I'm still in employment right now. Nah, joking, I love my jobs, but it is stressful being in employment and then also being in employment and then also having a business and you're the CEO of the business. So like, you've just got to be on it. Like, it is just a little bit stressful, I'm not gonna lie to anyone, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. And with both jobs that I'm in right now, they've taught me so much, which is going to be beneficial in my business, which is why I went and did both them businesses anyway. So everything is working out. But yeah, I'm so excited to just get this show on the bloody roads, because yeah, it's been a long time coming. But we're here now, we've got finished products, we've got everything is set and ready to go. So I'm just, yeah, I'm excited to see where this Young Achievers and Unlocked is going to take us. And yeah, once I roll it out, which will be January times, I will update you guys about how it's going. I mean, I know it's going to go well because I've done it before, do you know what I mean? And even the mentoring courses that I've done in the past, I've included bits of them into that. So even though this is kind of the most in-depth, lengthiest one that I have designed, I know it's gonna do what it intended to do. And yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, that is in collaboration, I guess, with, is collaboration the right word? No. That is sponsored by the National Lottery Community Fund. So thank you guys so much for choosing the CSHEN project to help you on you guys' journey of helping the community. And by helping you guys on your journey, you're helping us on our journey, helping the community, helping the young people. And yeah, uplifting and uprising our young black and minority youth, because we are the most shunned on, looked upon, judged and stereotyped. And yeah, I want to be part of the change that just kind of breaks them stereotypes, shows young people, especially my young black people though, how to operate with, do you know what I mean, how to operate with decorum always, how to, and we do get taught this in the home, but sometimes like the way it's done in our homes is so harsh that when people go outside and they get a bit of freedom, they start losing their mind. And yeah, I see that happening a lot with our community, is that when they're at home and they're cooped up and they can't even open their mouth and say nothing, when they go outside, all of that just blah, and then it comes out in antisocial behaviour and all this other stuff that's going on. So I want to be that person in their life that can show them the other, you know, the other side, and bring them back down to where we should be at and what we should be doing and how we should be behaving. And I hope, sorry camera, shut off, but yeah, hopefully help them grow into young, amazing, successful, respectful, polite, young black men and women. So yeah, that is my journey. That is part one of what is Young Achievers, what we set out to do. And catch us for part two, where I'm going to be showing you guys everything that we've ordered. I'm going to be taking you through a little bit of the workbook, and yeah, just showing you, yeah, like I said, everything that we've ordered, that the young people will receive when they finish the course with us. So yeah, always guys, make sure you like, comment and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. If you have any other questions, oh my god, I've still got my AirPods in, I didn't even realise it's all tight. They're giving earrings, I'm not gonna lie. They're giving earrings. Anyway, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. If you have any other further questions that didn't get answered in this video, then you watch part two, and if they also didn't get answered in that video, then make sure you comment in the description bar down below. I'm going to leave my email and everything there, so if you have any questions or anything, you can just email me. And And yeah, I'm just excited to get the show on the road, and I'm going to catch you guys in part 2 for a bit more juicy info. And yeah, I'm going to catch you guys in part 2. Bye.